I rewatched Hitchcock last night, the Anthony Hopkins
Poor thing.
Hitchcock movie. I liked it a little more this time around. I like the stuff about the marriage early on in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
You saw
I'll give you that, yeah.
How supportive she was of him. I didn't like all the Danny Houston stuff where she might have strayed, and even in her mind. I appreciated the theme of the movie, but there's something about that movie that leaves such a bad taste in my mouth because it seems so Hollywood manufactured. It seems like they all sat around and said, how can we make this dramatic? Let's drum up something about him losing control of everything. It felt so Hollywoodized that I didn't like it as much as I wish I could have. But it got me to thinking about legacy. And then I went back and I rewatched like the making of Psycho and all of that kind of stuff. And I don't know, maybe we'll have a period of time in the future where we reach a golden age again, where things aren't run so much by conglomerates and creative decisions aren't determined by corporations and all that kind of stuff. Maybe that'll happen. I'm not sure. But it also made me think about history and our sense of movie history. And I'm thinking 100 years from now, will people know who Hitchcock was? And that made me realize how important people, researchers and biographers and people that keep history alive as it pertains to the cinema, how important they are. Because is movie history going to vanish? I guess is my question.
Only if people stop talking about it. I mean, only if people stop watching them, and I don't know. It's funny because I think now like this weird generation that doesn't really like anything that took place before the 90s or whatever, and even like 1991 seems like ancient history. And very strange to me to know that this is the way things are now. But I still think people will go back and at least. But it's a good question. I mean, it's possible. It's possible even 20 or 30 years from now, maybe people will say, Hitchcock, who is he? Like 20-year-olds. But the good thing is, it's film, and you can go back and you can experience it again, and theoretically, it should work for everybody the same way. Always, if it's a good film.